stories each fight that we do, you know, something new, something creative. You know, right now I'm happy to announce we're already at the 10,000 person mark in the arena. We're far ahead of last year when we sold the arena completely out. So there's no question that the arena will be full on Friday night. In the ring right now is a Central Valley product. This is going to be his pro debut. Bryan Lua is going to walk into the Save Mart Center on Friday night and leave behind an amateur record with almost 100 fights, 12 national titles, and an unbelievable amateur record in USA Boxing, the Olympic boxing program, that is. But more importantly, Bryan has been signed by Top Rank. Bryan is an actual Top Rank fighter. He's entered into a 5-year promotional agreement. He is one of the very few elite amateurs out there in the United States. And like I said, we've got so much talent here in the Central Valley, and it's all starting to come up and come to fruition. He's trained by Tommy Avalos here in the Central Valley. Tommy's watched Bryan grow up from a very young man to an adult now in the pros. He's also co-trained by Roberto Garcia, who will be coming down and cornering the fight with Tommy. Robert is a world-class trainer, one of the best in the world. He's had multiple world champions. Between Tommy and Robert, Bryan's got an all-star team, and he's destined for greatness coming up. So I'm going to let Bryan work out a little bit. Part of Bryan's talents are his speed and power at his size. He's got an unbelievable amount of power for his frame. You know, Bryan, when we had some time before he got signed, we went to Freddie Roach and he worked out there, and he worked out with Roberto Garcia, and these guys were just wowed by him. Unbelievable what the impression that he left on them. And Friday he gets to show everybody why he's an elite prospect.
Look at his calves. That Pacquiao.
What? Snap. Shoot. Snap. Back up. And let go.
Bryan lives in MADERA. Bryan grew up in Michoacan, Mexico, and the story was, when I met Bryan, he told me as a young man, he first fell in love with boxing because after a soccer game in Mexico, some of the older guys that were out there actually offered some pesos for the kids to fight. So Bryan stepped up and took care of him in fashion back then, and he never stopped. He actually, as soon as he was able to get into organized fighting, jumped in there and made a hell of a career afterwards. Alright, that's good. So afterwards, Bryan and the rest of the fighters, they're going to head into that room right after we're done. So if you guys want to interview them one-on-one, ask any questions, you're more than welcome to. So Bryan, good job. Go ahead and take your gloves off, take a break, and head into the other room over there.